pasta dough, and specifically for lasagna. I've got double O flour here. It's more finely ground than regular flour, the kind of flour that we have. America's Test Kitchen says 2 cups of flour, 3 eggs. Mix it up in there, and you got your pasta. I don't think that's going to be enough pasta for the lasagna. So, 4 cups of flour, and let's get cracking here. I've got a bunch of eggs. 1, 2. Crystal. Don't use Morton's kosher salt. Apparently, the crystals are too big, and they won't dissolve appropriately in the dough. So we're just going to aerate that dough for a little bit. All right. Now let's mix up the eggs a little bit. So they said 30 seconds.
So it's been about 30 seconds and it seems like the dough is a little bit dry, so I'm going to add about a teaspoon of water and let it run again. If it's a little bit wet and sticks to the sides of the processor, you can do the reverse by adding another teaspoon of flour, and until it's to the consistency that you want.
All right, that's better. It's forming the ball, which is what I wanted it to do. Gather it together. Oh, there's a little bit of flour on the bottom. It didn't get mixed up, so that'll be helpful actually. So I'm just going to make this into a ball. There, it's coming together just fine now. I'm gonna knead it a couple times. So this needs to hydrate. You can let your dough rest from 30 minutes to 24 hours.
Wrap your dough well in plastic wrap. You can leave it out on the countertop for up to 4 hours. If you're going to put it in the refrigerator, you can leave it there up to 24 hours.
All right, it's the next day.
Take your pasta dough out of the plastic wrap and cut it into 4 equal pieces for ease of handling. Working with 1 piece at a time, keep the rest wrapped up in plastic wrap until you get to them.
So I rested my pasta dough in the refrigerator, and now you don't really have to roll this out like this, but it's kind of fun. So I'm going to do that before I put it through my pasta machine here. Did I say pasta? I meant pasta. I'm not trying to be English. This is good. We don't want this to ever get stuck in the pasta machine. So I'm just going to put a little bit of flour on it, kind of every other time. Well, I'll just see how it goes. So we have to put it back to 0. Or actually, we don't have 0 in here. We've got 1. So that's the widest setting. So just going to let it drape over there. And sorry about the squeaking. And run that through. And you're going to run it through each number at least twice. That to 2. And run it through again. It's getting bigger. And we're just going to let it go and let it drape over the back of the machine, and then catch it under here. And if you don't catch it, it'll pile up and could stick to itself. And at this point, it's getting kind of long. So I'm just going to sort of drape it over itself so it doesn't get tangled up. And feeding it through again. So now we're on 4. Fold that up on itself. And it's nice sturdy dough. It's not like pastry dough at all, or like pie dough. I don't think there should be any need to be intimidated by this process because it's super forgiving. Okay. way, so we're getting close to the end. And you know what? I'm definitely seeing that I need to use a little flour on there, and both sides would probably be the best. So let's fold that over a little bit.
Get that on 6.
All right, so this is getting really thin. I can tell that this is going to be really delicious. I'm really excited about it. Last night we had leftovers instead of homemade pasta. Right, Fred? Okay. I've got my pasta. Last time, here's my little crease. And here's where it gets a little bit more delicate. Done. Okay, so now we're going to cut this, and I'm just going to put a little bit more flour on there so they do not stick together. That would be very sad. So these will be my last 2, and that was super easy and fun. That's my last one. Okie doke. All right, so I'm gonna cover that with a damp linen towel while I boil my water, and then we're gonna cook the pasta. I've got my large pot of water boiling. I'm gonna add a lot of salt. Samin says a half a cup, so it tastes like salt water. And since I put a little bit of salt in the pasta, I'm doing a little bit shy of half a cup, just a third of a cup. All right, now let's put our pasta sheets in. And we're just gonna kind of, whoa, haven't done this before. I've made homemade pasta, but not lasagna noodles. So I just want to press that down, and the next one is going to get wet as well on both sides. You want that too. There's 2. I think we can try 3. And we're just gonna press that down a little. So it's been about 2 minutes. I have no idea how I'm gonna get this out. So I'm just kind of scoop it. Woo! And now I know why she filled the pot up so much. Okay, so I've got that going. I'm gonna rinse this off in cool water and drain it in a colander and do the rest of the sheets. And then we're ready to assemble the lasagna on the next video, but that's how you make pasta. Now, if you want to cut your pasta into ribbon, you need to let it dry until it feels like leather on one side. So all of your pasta sheets will be spread out in a single layer. Then, once one side is dry and leathery but still pliable, turn it over and dry the other side. So this has already dried for 15-20 minutes. It will take 15 to 30 minutes depending upon the temperature in your house. All right, so we are going to put the pasta through the pasta machine. It has 2 settings. It's got fettuccine and it's got spaghetti. So we're gonna do fettuccine. If you want to, you can cut pasta by hand as well with a knife. All right, that's what we want to have it do. And there's
our beautiful fettuccine. We can just sort of lay that down and let that dry. You can cook it right away, or you can let it dry. Last one, if you've let your pasta dry out too much, you can just add a little bit of water so it will grab on and you can cut it more easily. Voila. So we've got all our pasta cut. It's beautiful. And this makes the 2 cups of flour and 3 eggs, makes about 3/4 of a pound of pasta. So if you're going to make Samin Nasrat's lasagna recipe, you're going to need 2 recipes. You can do 2 recipes at once in the food processor. The other thing that you can do with your pasta sheets if you're not ready to cut them. So you've got your pasta and you can flour it a little, put it on parchment paper, and then just keep layering 1 layer on top of each other like this, and then you can fold it in half, put the whole thing in some plastic wrap, and then put the whole shebang in the refrigerator, and then you can cut this right before you're going to serve it with your sauce. So you're going to cook it in boiling heavily salted water, heavily salted because it has very little time in the water, so it needs a lot of salt in the water to get any kind of flavoring into the pasta. So you're going to cook these ribbons for about 1 minute. Do not pour the pasta out into a colander. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to pull it out with tongs and put it in your bowl or in your waiting pasta. So the rest you're going to scoop out with a spider like this, or something, or a slotted spoon if you don't have one. If you pour the pasta water right on top of the pasta, any kind of starch and flour that's in the bottom of the pot is going to get poured right on top of your pasta, and it will make your pasta a little bit gummy, which is not what you want after you've gone through all the trouble of making fresh, wonderful pasta. So that's our homemade pasta adventure. Happy cooking!